Welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can design this beauty salon flyer on Pixellab. If you are new here, consider subscribing for more design tips and inspiration. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below. And to my returning viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. Okay, now let's head straight to Pixellab to get started. Okay, so this is Pixellab, and the first thing we'll be doing now is to delete the default text. And after doing that, you have to change the image size of this particular design we're about to work on. But for the course of this video, I'll be leaving the size as it is. Okay, so now after doing that, we'll be importing the image of the lady we'll be working with. Okay, so but before we do that, we'll have to change the background. We have to change the background of the design. So we'll go over to, we'll be picking a background from my gallery. So just go over to my gallery and we'll be selecting a background. Okay, so we'll be making use of this background and we'll just click on good to add the background. Okay, so after doing that, we'll go over to import the image of the lady. Okay, so this is the image we'll be working with, and we'll just go over to relative size to increase the size to 100. And after doing that, we'll just use our hand to move the lady to the left part of the design rather. Okay, you can also use position tool if you will. Yeah, you can use the position tool. Okay, just set it like this. Okay, and let's just take this down a little bit. Okay, so after doing that, we'll just click on this good here, and we'll go over to these layers and we'll be locking the image of this lady like this. Okay, so after doing that, we'll be introducing a square shape to this, and we'll just go ahead to increase the size like this and take it downwards. And after we've taken it down, we'll click on good and we'll go over to our layers again. I'll be sending this image behind the picture like this, or another alternative to do that, you can click on the image and click on to back. Okay, until we get something like this. Okay, so for this image, we'll just click on this image. I think we'll have to push it, move it leftwards a little bit and take it downwards. Okay, this is okay. So after that, now we want to add 4 images here. We want to add 4 images of 4 different persons here, and we'll be creating a custom shape where we can texture the image into. So for us to do that, we'll have to introduce a shape. We'll introduce a square shape, then we'll be increasing the radius of this shape to let's say 27. Okay, 27. And now we'll just go ahead to reduce the size like this and place it here. Okay, so we'll reintroduce another shape, another square shape, and for this square shape we'll just reduce it. We'll not increase the radius or do anything to the radius. We'll leave it the way it is and we'll just try to reduce it a little bit. Okay, so now we'll be using our position tool to move it to the edge of the original or the initial shape we created. Okay, let's see how it is. Okay, we'll use the position tool again to adjust it. Okay, and this is okay. So after doing that, we'll be merging the two shapes together like this. Okay, so now after merging the two shapes, we'll just reduce this. We'll reduce it, or you can go to relative size. Let's reduce it to 20 first and see how it will be. Okay, let's work with 20 for now. Okay, so now we'll introduce our grid line, so it will serve as a guide here where we want to position our shapes to. Okay, now we'll click on this place here, this place that has a setting icon in front of the grid line. So just click on it. What do we want to add more of this vertical line, this horizontal line, so we'll create a guide. Okay, so this is how we do it. We just click on this plus here. We have added one horizontal line. Okay, so we'll just place this here. We can take this up and we'll place it here. Let's work with this for now and see. Okay, and we can adjust this a little bit here. Okay, and now for this shape we created, we'll just reduce the size. We'll go over to relative size, reduce the size, and let's adjust it here for now. Let's see. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so this shape we created, we'll just click on copy. We'll copy because we want to have 4 of the custom shapes here. Okay, then we'll use our position tool to just move it to the place we want it to be. Okay, so for this one here, we'll go over to 3D rotate, and we'll be rotating X. We'll just increase X to 180, X axis to 180. Okay, and we will now be using our position tool to give it space in here, so they are not clustered together. Okay, but now we have to create another custom shape for the down one, because if we try rotating this particular one, if we copy and rotate it, our image will be inverted. So we'll just quickly recreate the down one and we'll be aligning it as we did for the first one. Okay, so now we've created something like this. We'll just go ahead to merge this. We'll merge it for the down one. Okay, and we'll have to confirm the size of this. Okay, so this is 16, and we'll be reducing this to 16 also. Okay, and we'll be using our position tool to just move it. We'll use position tool to move it. Okay, let's place it here for now. Okay, and now we'll go ahead to copy this. We'll copy this, then use position tool again to move it. Okay, so once this is here, we'll go over to 3D rotate again, and we'll be increasing the X axis like this, and we'll just use our position tool to align it. Okay, so this is okay. So now we'll just have to since these down shapes are intercepting with the initial down with this shape here, we'll go over to layers. We'll go over to our layers, and we'll select all the custom shape we created, and we'll be using the position tool to take them up like this. We'll just take them up like this for now. Okay, so for this first one, we will start texturing the image into it. So for the first one, just click on it and we'll select the first image. Okay, let me make use of this one. Select one by one and adjust it like this, and we'll click on good. Okay, then after that, we'll be adding a stroke to this. Okay, we'll just click on stroke and we'll increase the stroke to 3, exactly like this. Okay, we'll do same for the second one. We'll click on texture and we'll be selecting the image we'll be adding to that. Okay, let's make use of this image for now. Click on this and okay, and we'll be adding a stroke to that also. We'll add a stroke, we'll enable stroke, and we'll increase the stroke width to 3. Okay, we'll be doing same for this down one also. Click on texture, we'll be selecting the image we'll be using. Okay, click on this image, select 1:1 as the aspect ratio, then go over to stroke, enable stroke, and increase it to 3, and we'll do same for this last one. We'll go over to texture. Okay, we'll be selecting the image we'll be using for the texture. Okay, this image, select this and we'll click on good. Okay, and now we'll be adding a stroke to this and we'll be increasing it to 3. Okay, so now we are done for the custom shapes. So we'll have to reduce this now. We'll go over, we'll select all the image, all the custom shape, then we'll click on this place to reduce the size to, okay, let me see, 85. Okay, so once I've reduced it like this, it looks like they are clustered. So I'll just click on one and take it down a little bit. Click on this one and do same. Okay, and I'll be moving this to the right, pushing it right, and doing same for this ones also. Okay, so let's work with this for now. Okay, and after we've done that, we'll go to layers and we'll be locking all the layers elements here. Okay, so now let's type in the name of the salon. So we just click on text to add the name of the salon. Okay, so let me just type Lady P. Okay, and we'll be changing the font of this particular text. So we'll go over to fonts. Okay, and we'll be selecting a bold font. Okay, let's work with this font. Let's see how this font. Okay, so this font is okay. We'll go over to size and just increase the size of this font to 53. Okay, and we'll be using the position tool to just adjust it a little bit. Okay, we'll copy this, and now we'll be typing let me see, beauty salon. Okay, but we'll be changing the font of this, and we will also increase and reduce the size of that. So we'll go over to fonts to select the font we'll be using for this beauty salon, and I'll be making use of this / Christmas fonts, this exact font here. And we'll go over to size, and we'll be reducing the size to, okay, let's see how 35 will be. Okay, so after doing that, we'll just use our position tool to position it well. Okay, let's leave it here for now. We'll go ahead to increase the size of this also again. Okay, and we'll just adjust this. So you just keep doing this until your texts are perfectly arranged. Okay, so now we'll be imputing the logo. Okay, the logo. So we'll go over to import, and we'll be imputing the logo. Okay, so this is the logo. Okay, we'll have to get rid of this white background, so we'll go over to erase color. And we'll be increasing the tolerance to, okay, let's see, 28 is okay. And we'll just go ahead to reduce it. You can use your hand, or you can use the relative size to reduce it. Okay, and let's change the color of this logo. Okay, so we'll be making use of this orange color. So this is the hex code of the color. You can go ahead to copy this. Okay, so we'll be reducing the size of the logo using the relative size. Okay, and we'll be using the position tool to just place it above the text, exactly like this. So once that is done, we'll go over to layers, and we'll be selecting the text and the logo, and we'll be taking it downward a little bit. Okay, so this is okay for now, and we'll return back to layers, and we'll be locking all the elements in the layers. Okay, so now let's just add something like a slogan here. Yes, so we'll just go over to text, and we'll write something like, okay, let's type something like, we prioritize your beauty, something like this, and we'll click on OK, and we'll just go over to the size to reduce the size, and we'll be selecting a light font for this. We'll go over to fonts, and we'll be selecting a light font. Okay, let's make use of this let's make use of this one, this light here. Okay, and we'll go over to spacing, and we'll be increasing the letter spacing, and we'll have to reduce the size again, and we'll just be using the position tool to place it here for now. Okay, so now this space here will be typing in the service, our service. Okay, so we'll just go over to text, and let's just type the services. Okay, so we've added the text. Okay, so now we will be adding something like a shape, like a transparent shape here. So we'll go over to shapes. We'll be increasing the radius to 11. Okay, and we'll just go ahead to reduce it, and we'll be placing it over this place here. Okay, so we'll go ahead to opacity, and we'll be reducing the opacity to 11 also. So we'll be reducing the opacity to 11. Okay, after reducing the opacity to 11, we'll go over to inner shadow. We'll enable inner shadow, and we'll be offsetting X to 3 and Y to 3 also, and we'll be increasing the blur radius like this. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, we'll go ahead to copy this also, and once we've copied it, we'll just come over here and we'll be placing it this at this place. And once we place it here, we'll be sending this particular one, which is this, we'll be sending it behind the custom shapes we created. Okay, and we'll get something like this. So we can go ahead to increase it. We can go ahead to increase it, and we'll be using our position tool. We're using the position tool to adjust it. Okay, so we'll be reducing the size of this custom shape. It looks big, so we'll go over to relative size and we'll be reducing it. Okay, we'll reduce it to 90%, and we'll be taking it downwards also. So we'll just go ahead to select the custom shapes again. Select the custom shape. We're using the position tool to move it downwards like this. Okay, so after doing that, we can reduce the shape behind and use the position tool to adjust it also. Okay, so we'll just reduce this one. We'll reduce this one here, since we'll be adding the services here. We'll reduce it so it doesn't cluster to the text of the name. Okay, so reduce it and place it here. Okay, so for this text here, we'll go ahead to reduce it, and once we've reduced it, we'll just place it front of the shape to front, and we'll be placing it here. Okay, you can go ahead to reduce it again so it fits into the okay, and this is okay. But in case you have more write-up, you can just copy your write-up, can type your write-up and place it here. Okay, then using the position tool, we'll have to adjust it here and just take it to the left part of the design so it doesn't go out of the dedicated space, or allocated space rather. Okay, so now we'll just write we'll be imputing a text which is our services. Okay, and we'll be increasing we'll be changing the font of this particular text, or be selecting a bold font here. Okay, we'll click on my font and we'll be selecting a bold font. Okay, let's select this semi-bold. Okay, and we'll just reduce it. We'll reduce it like this. We'll go over to size to reduce it perfectly well. Okay, let's see how 13 will be. Okay, then we'll go over to this background and we'll enable a background, leaving it as black. Then we'll be using the position tool to adjust it here. Okay, so if you notice, sorry for that. Okay, let me go ahead to log this. Let me go log this first. Okay, so if you notice, the images, the custom shapes are looking clustered. There's not enough spacing. So we'll just go ahead to unlock all of them for now, and we'll be using the position tool to give spacing to them. We'll be spacing them like this. Okay, and this is okay, and after that we can log that. Okay, so for this space here, we'll be typing in our contact info. So we'll be importing a badge we'll be using. So this is the badge. Okay, we'll just reduce this a little bit. We'll adjust it this way, and we'll reduce it, so we'll be compressing it a little bit, and we'll be placing it here. Okay, it looks too big, so we'll redo it again and place it here. Okay, so now we'll be using the position tool to just adjust it. You can go ahead to reduce there a little bit again, and reduce it like this. Okay, so after that I will just lock it, and I'll be locking all the layers also. Okay, and for here I'll be writing something like contact us. So just click on, we'll type contact us, and we'll be changing the font of this text, we'll go over to font. We'll go over to font and we'll be selecting, okay, let's see how this font, select this font. Okay, so and we'll be reducing the size of this font, so just go over to size and we'll reduce the size and place it here. You can go ahead to reduce the size again. Okay, and after reducing the size, we'll just bolding it, we'll bolding the text and use the position tool again to adjust it here. Okay, and we'll go over to layers to lock it. So now we'll be importing, I'll quickly import importing a phone icon and a location icon. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so now we'll be placing it downwards here. We'll be placing the location icon, the call icon, we'll be placing it down here. Just reduce the size and we'll place it there. Okay, so for the location icon too, so I want it to look like the call icon, in the sense that the call icon has something like a circle around it. Okay, so for us to achieve that, we'll just introduce a shape, we'll increase the radius, or you can just simply select circle, then reduce the opacity and increase the stroke width to, okay, 6 is okay. Okay, and we'll position it at the center like this using the relative position. So select the location icon also and use position it at the center. Okay, so after doing that, we'll be merging the two together exactly like this. Okay, and we can change the color to black, and we've achieved that. Okay, so we'll just go ahead to reduce it, or use our relative size to reduce it, and we'll be using the position tool to just adjust it here. Okay, we'll be reducing the call icon also, so we'll be using the relative size to reduce it. Okay, so I'll just quickly add the details. I'll quickly add the phone number and the location. Okay, and we've added the information. Okay, so now we'll just add a shape. We'll increase the radius, and we'll be selecting this brown color, Okay, so this is the hash code of the brown color, and we'll just click on OK, and we'll just be placing it. We'll reduce the size first, and we'll be placing it here at the edge here. Okay, but it seems that like as though our design is a little bit upward, so we'll be selecting the elements to take it downward. So just click here and we'll be selecting all the elements to push it downward. Okay, and this is okay. Okay, so we'll just readjust this text here. We'll readjust the contact information here. Let's take this up a little bit. And readjust it like this. Okay, so after doing that, we'll go over to the layers and we'll be locking all the elements in this design. Okay, so now we want to add a brown color here at the edge of this place. So we'll be introducing a shape, then we'll go over to gradients and we'll click on this plus button. Okay, so for the first one here, we'll just click on color and we'll click on this color picker, and we'll be selecting this brown color here, and we'll click on OK. And for this first one, we'll just go ahead to increase the transparency, or rather reduce the transparency like this. Okay, and we'll be setting this one over here like this until we get something like this, and we'll place it here. Okay, so we'll just go ahead to increase it a little bit, and we'll be sending it to back. Okay, and we've achieved that. Okay, so for this image here, we have to readjust it. So click on it, we'll select the image, then using the position tool, we'll just adjust it a little bit. And this is okay, this is very okay. Okay, and after that, we'll just go ahead to ensure that all the images, all our elements are locked. And this is how to design this beauty salon flyer on PillsLab. Okay, so after doing that, we'll be saving this to our gallery. We'll be saving it as ultra, and we'll save to gallery. And don't forget to save it as your project also, in case of any correction later. Okay, let me just save this as Lady P beauty salon. Okay, so now I'll be showing you another wonderful app you can use to enhance your design. Okay, so now we'll be making use of Snapseed to enhance our design. So I'll just wait for it to open. Okay, so it has opened. This is Snapseed. So we'll click on this plus button. To add our design we saved from Pixellab. Okay, and here there are varieties of options to enhance your design. We have portrait, okay, we have smooth, we have pop, we have different things. So for the course of this video, I'll be making use of this accentuate. Okay, I'll be making use of this accentuate. Okay, and we'll click on this plus button here, and well, I want to adjust the redness of the design, so I'll just click on tools and we'll click on curve, and we'll be reducing the redness of this design to something like this, just a little bit, and this is okay. So after that, you can just click on export, and you have saved it to your gallery. Okay, it's still exporting, so you just wait for it to export, and you see photo saved. Okay, so this is how to design this Lady P beauty salon flyer on PillsLab. Thank you for watching to the end. If you gained value from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.